is ANN News Brief.
Good morning. I am Lucy Adeyemi. The Nigerian government has lifted the ban on new SIM card registration and activation that was earlier imposed late last year to enable the synchronization of SIM cards with National Identification Number (NIN). The process to get SIM cards can begin from Monday. Technical Assistant Information Technology to the Minister of Communications, Dr. Femi Adeluyi, issued a statement on Thursday explaining the whole new process of the revised National Digital Identity Policy for SIM card registration. The Ministry of Communications says significant progress has been made in the NIN registration process across the country. It has also released a new policy guideline saying possession of a national identity number will be a prerequisite on new SIM acquisition and activation, SIM replacement, new SIM activation for corporate and Internet of Things, machine-to-machine, and others. Communication Minister Issa Pantami has urged the National Communications Commission and NIMC to ensure that the provisions of the policy are strictly followed by all operators and subscribers. At least one person has been reported killed in Oicha, a town in the restive east of the Democratic Republic of Congo during anti-United Nations peacekeepers protest. Residents in towns in Congo's eastern region have staged several protests since last week over killings by militia and armed groups and anger over what they call the UN mission's inability to prevent the wave of civilian killings. Youth in Oicha, a town around 390 kilometers north of the eastern provincial capital of Goma, barricaded the main highway early on Thursday as part of the ongoing protests. Demonstrations were held in other eastern towns, including Beni and Butembo, on Thursday. Oicha Town's Mayor Nicholas Kikiku said in an attempt by the police to disperse the protesters and clear the barricade, a young man was killed. Troops attached to the UN mission also killed one person during a protest in Oicha on Saturday. The UN mission in Congo, known as MONUSCO, has around 12,000 troops. It took over from an earlier peacekeeping mission in 2010 at the invitation of the government. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC, is in a dilemma over how the continent is going to continue coronavirus vaccination campaign. The CDC says it cannot predict when second COVID-19 vaccines will arrive because deliveries are delayed. The head of the Africa CDC, John Ikengasong, said on Thursday, many Africans who have received their first COVID-19 vaccine do not know when they will get a second shot. Africa CDC report shows Africa lags behind most other regions in COVID-19 vaccinations, with just less than 14 million doses having been administered on the continent of 1.3 billion. So far, the majority of the vaccines available in African countries have been delivered via the World Health Organization-backed COVAX facility. COVAX aims to deliver 600 million shots to some 40 African countries this year, enough to vaccinate 20% of the population. That is ANN News Brief at 11. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I am Lucy Adeyemi.